Hello beautiful people, it's that Corinne and welcome back to my channel. Today, if you read the title, clearly you know I'm talking about all things Tesla. I'm giving you a 1-year review, everything I know and love and hate and the price and everything about the Tesla Model Y. Yes, I have the Tesla Model Y. I got it in March of 2020. I clearly love it, but there are some cons, so I'm going to give you the pros and the cons. How much does everything cost me? How do you charge the car if you don't have one in your home, if you don't live in a home, would I buy it again, stuff like that. So let's just get into how much the car cost. So I went in, did everything. I put my $100 down because that's how much you had to put down to order the car at the time. I think it's now $250 to order the car. And I went through like the put your car together, kind of build a car type thing on the website. At the time they had a base rate. They had a base Model Y that was $39,000. I actually got the long range, so that was an additional $10,000. And then I did the black rims. They're like the all black instead of the silver rims. That was an additional $2,000. The white comes for free with the car and the black seats are free. I did not upgrade to the white seats because I don't like the white. It's too white for me. It's like a stark white. I wish it was like a really nice cream color. So I just didn't upgrade to the white. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I got. And the total of the car, including the destination and regulatory fee, which was an additional $1,200, was $53,190. That is not including the tax. That is not including like everything else that comes with the car. So after the tax, after everything they add, after the registration fee, after all the random stuff, the car price $59,004.56, which y'all, to me is actually insane. I think I never expected to spend that much money on a car before in my life. I had a Nissan Sentra right before this car and I loved it. It was all paid off. I had no problems with it. Honestly, the reason why I got this car is because I drove it with my friend and I was like, oh, my next big girl car is going to be an electric vehicle. That's truly what it was. I wasn't like looking to get a luxury vehicle, but I did know that I wanted to have something that was luxury, but I never had like a desire for like all my years of growing up to get like a BMW or a Benz. I just didn't have that desire. So when I saw the Tesla and I saw that it was fully electric, I was like, sign me up. So I went in. The down payment that I put down on my car was, Lord, brace yourself, this is a lot of money. Like, quick story time, I did not want to let go of this money. I had to call my mom and text my mom and my brother in my group chat and be like, y'all, should I still get the car? Because if you don't know, once you order the car, you still have time to cancel. And once they deliver the car to your home, you still have, I think it's 24 to 48 hours to actually cancel your order and they'll come and pick it up and you don't have to put the down payment down. But once you get the car and you decide you like it and you press accept, like I'm going to accept this car with the rate, with my monthly payments, with the fees and everything, they snatch that down payment out of your account so fast. My down payment was $12,000. $12,281.70 to be exact. And I cringed a little, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, ah. At the time, that was the most I've ever spent on anything, and that's the most money I've ever let go of. So it was kind of a big moment for me. Now I'm okay with like spending money, but at that time I was like, I don't want to spend this money. I financed $46,722 of the car and my monthly payments are $746. And I was trying to get it as close to $700 as possible. That was the number that I was comfortable with. You can probably go all the way up to like $1,000 or $1,200 depending on how much you put down as a down payment. That's pretty much it. So that's kind of how much I'm paying for the car. Let's get into the pros and the cons. Obviously the pro is not having to put gas in my car. Y'all, the way the gas is set up, we all know, we're all complaining, like that is the #1 complaint that's trending right now. Gas is ridiculous. And even like my friends who have a gas car, my boyfriend has a gas car, and I'm always like, you can drive my car, because I just hate for him to have to spend his money on the gas. It's just so ridiculous. It's so expensive, and it just doesn't make sense how expensive it is and how people aren't getting paid more. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, so the pro that I am loving about the car is obviously not having to put gas in my car and not stopping at the gas station. Another pro, obviously I don't have to worry about oil changes, tune-ups, stuff like that. Since there is no gas, since it's fully electric, there is no engine. I don't have any engine or anything to worry about. It's truly just a battery. And they said that the battery life on these cars are about 300,000 to 500,000 miles, I believe, is the battery life for Teslas. Don't quote me on it. I plan on driving this car for a very, 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 very long time. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. I don't have any plans on getting rid of it. I want it to be my car for the next 10 plus years. Those are the pros. And the cons, I will say, is the handle. So the Model Y and the newer model, so the Model Y and I think it's the Model 3, the handles you have to push in. I'm used to it, it's not a problem, but knowing that the Model X and the Model S, the handles pop out automatically, makes the fact that the handles are a little like trickier for me. Like, that annoys me just because I know. I feel like if I didn't know that the other ones, the more expensive ones, were automatic, then I probably wouldn't care. But it doesn't really bother me. But I know when people are trying to get in the car for the first time, they're like, I don't know how to open the door. That's always a thing. But I feel like over time, when more people have Teslas and everybody's used to riding in them, you understand. Like, you just push the little handle in and then pop it out. I guess it could be inconvenient, but again, it doesn't really bother me, is charging the car. So obviously when you're putting gas in your car, that can take you all of 10 minutes when you're going on a road trip. But when I'm going on a road trip, I have to actually charge my car. The good thing about the road trips though is when you put your road trip destination in your car, it will tell you where you're going to stop and how much charge do you need to take at the stop to get you to your destination. So you don't have to do a full charge every time. I just went to Vegas and I stopped, I think it was in Baker, California, and it told me I only needed like a 20-minute charge there, and then I had enough to get me to my destination. Obviously when I got to Vegas, before coming back, I had to charge. Another thing is, after you get your car for a year, you have like the free subscription to the full car, but after a year it goes away and the subscription is about $10 a month. I'm going to say it's a con again, but again, that also doesn't bother me because I spend so much on random subscriptions for like Apple just to get storage, and Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you pay for, and I'm like, it's the same. And I like the full capability the car has. Like, I like the full traffic lights and everything, and also like having access to YouTube and Netflix and all that stuff. So I'm going to continue to pay the $10 every month. Also, I don't have on my car where it can be summoned to you. I think it was an additional $10,000 to add onto my car to have it summoned to you and have it full self-drive. Every Tesla comes with the Autopilot and self-drive, and what that means is the Autopilot, you don't have to move the steering wheel or do the gas pedal or anything. Now I know they offered a monthly subscription, so if I wanted to add self-drive, I can do the monthly subscription. I think it's like $50 a month or something like that. So the charging situation, I currently do not have a charger in my townhome, even though I was promised that I could charge my car, but they did not wire the townhome. But my previous apartment I lived in, they put in EV chargers next to my parking spot, which was really nice, and I was able to charge my car for free, and I would just charge it overnight. So it took about 8 hours to charge fully, because whenever you are charging at like your home or something, the charging is a little bit slower than you would at a supercharger. So it takes about 8 hours, but luckily you pull into your house, you go to sleep for about 8 hours, you just charge it overnight. So it was never a inconvenience to charge my car. I always had a full battery. I never had to worry about that. But once I moved to my townhome that does not have the charger aspect, I have been going to the supercharger, and it's not terrible. It is a little inconvenient whenever I'm not prepared or not thinking about it, but in the grand scheme of things, it takes me about 45 minutes. The two superchargers that are near me are connected to a mall, so I normally supercharge when I'm either shopping or whenever I'm running errands, and normally my errands consist of returning or something like that, so it does not bother me. I put my car up, 45 to an hour, and I go shop, run my errands, and I come back. Like, it's definitely not the end of the world. A lot of people think it's just such a big hassle, and it really isn't. The more superchargers, the better. They're going to be on every corner eventually, and they're just really, really easy to use. So it costs about $8 to $12 depending on the supercharger, depending on the time and stuff, to get a full charge. So right now I am still running on my credits. I'm like at the very end of my supercharger credits. I had a bunch of free credits from referral codes to people, and you get free at that time, I think they changed it to solar power panel credits, but it used to be supercharger credits, and I had about I think like 3,000 to 4,000 supercharger credits just from referrals. So I was using those at the supercharger and I didn't have to pay. It was free. I'm finally getting to the end. It's been a full year since I have my car, and I think I'm going to finally have to start paying, but I'm not mad at that. It's going to cost me about $8 to $12 to do a supercharge, and I kind of charge my car about once a week. So $8 to $12 times 4, I'll just do 12 because that's on the higher end, like $48 a month to get a full charge and to drive my car. Way less than gas. Moving right along, we're talking about my insurance. Obviously my insurance did go up. My insurance for my Nissan was about $150 a month, and now my insurance is about $225, I think. Not that bad. I knew it was going to go up because obviously I knew the insurance for that car was going to be more. Not terrible. That is that. Other than that, I really do love the car. I think it is amazing. I love the space. I love the Model Y because it's like a perfect SUV size for me. I wanted an SUV and I didn't want it to be too big, but I love it. I love, 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 love how it drives. Again, I hope this video was really helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, you already know where to find me. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Bye.